Good morning. Thank you so much for having us again after last time we visited in 2018 or early 19. I think we are so thankful to be able to come back here. And we wanted to come back for so long, and we have been praying for this opportunity, mainly not because we wanted to have a nice travel to the United States, although I have to admit that was part of it, because you have a beautiful country, but your church has been our faithful partner in the ministry. And Xenia and I have been writing newsletters and sending you guys reports about our ministry. But it just, we had a sense of we are missing something. And I wanted to come up here and just say a big thank you to all of you. Because whatever I'm about to share about our ministry, I want you to know that we are not doing this alone and you are just sending a check every month. We feel like, and this is reality, we feel like we are doing whatever we are doing together with you. You are not just the money bag in the US, you are our ministry partners. And we are thankful that you guys are praying for us. And whenever we have a hard time, it's so encouraging to think about you guys being here in the US, so far away, yet in spirit and in prayer, so close, and making whatever we do even possible. So we are very thankful for you. And I want you to ask you, when I'm talking about what we are doing, and I'm going to talk very short, I have just 2 points. I've been a pastor for 7 years. I learned to talk in bullet points. And today I'm going to break a record. I never had less than 3. Today I'm having only 2. So let's see how that works out. And I want you to know whatever I'm talking about, whatever we are doing, you are part of it. You are part of it through your prayers, through your support, and hopefully, if God allows, in 2022, 2023, yes, next summer, some of you will be part of it in person and you can come to serve with us in the summer camp. Okay, that's not mine. Yeah. Oh, okay, now this looks like my thing. In 2018, when I was here, we had a vision. And most of the things that I'm going to talk about back then was a vision. Since then, most of those things have become reality. And I have to admit, in Hungary, we have, for the ministry, for the gospel, doors wide open. In Hungary, we have the biggest religious freedom, I think, in the Western world. And we take this as a unique opportunity, and we want to make the most of it. First of all, in 2018, I told you about we wanted to start satellite camps, going to local churches, partner with the local church, and do a satellite camp at the local church property with the local church people reaching out to their own community. Since then, we have been able to put on 8 satellite camps, 320 campers, and 4 lasting church ministries as a result of those 8 camps, which means that kids who came to the camp, they stick around, they started coming to the youth ministry, and some of them now are even considering coming to the Word of Life Bible School. I don't know how well you guys can see. In this picture, everybody is wearing Orioles t-shirt. Who here knows about the Orioles? So, guess what? The Orioles baseball team somehow found out about what we are planning to do. And they allowed us to start and do Hungary's first baseball camp. Because baseball is not a sport in Hungary. Young people know about it from the TV, but we don't have the equipment and nobody's playing baseball, except these kids. And the Orioles sent us top-notch equipment, jerseys, hats, everything. These kids were playing Hungary's first baseball camp with professional baseball equipment. How amazing is that? Another amazing thing that we are able to do is school evangelism. We can go into any public school. Actually, we don't just have permission to go in. We have invitations to go in. Directors, school pastors are sending us emails, sending us invitations that we would go to the school. They're shutting down teaching for a whole day, and we can focus only on the gospel. And we start the day having everybody gathered in the gym, 800 students plus the teachers, however the setup allows us, and we start the day with a chapel. Bible message, good Christian worship music, and the kids just love it. As soon as they realize that this is not going to be a religious, empty thing, but this is real, we really talk about the gospel. Jesus Christ, who Jesus Christ is, what did he do for us on the cross, and what does it mean to us right now in the 21st century? Their eyes, their ears pop open, and they're listening, and they have questions. It is the best opportunity we have. Also, we play games with them because, kids have a lot of energy. Before we can really get their attention, we need to drain some energy. We teach them songs, and if possible, we're going to involve them in that. And then we have 45 minutes. We send every kid back to their classroom, and 2 of our staff would go into every classroom, and we spend 45 minutes in small group conversation. And you wouldn't believe the questions these young people have about the meaning of life, about relationships, about eternity, about where do we go when we finish our course in this life. And we have the most amazing discussions. I always prepare some questions just in case that our conversation comes to, where I feel like the kids are out of questions. I never had to use my cheat sheet. They have amazing questions. The other thing we do is summer camps. This is where we are inviting Sussex County Church to come and join us. This year we had 790 campers. Usually we have a little more. We feel like the war and the situation had a negative effect on enrollment. Usually we have campers about 1,000 throughout the summer. We have 7 weeks of camp, roughly about 150 kids each week. And again, the kids are spending there a whole week. We focus on the gospel. We start the day with the Bible class and we finish the day with evangelism. About 30% of the kids throughout the week at some point will make a decision for Christ. Most of the kids who come to this camp are not from church backgrounds, not from Christian homes. Sometimes we don't even know how they find out about the camp and how they come, but they come and we are thankful and we are taking the opportunity to speak about God, about the gospel. And just very briefly, I'm invited to a lot of churches to preach. In Hungary, we have a huge pastor shortage. Your church is very strong. A church of this size in Hungary would be probably in the top 2, because there's only one church in Hungary that I know of that is a little bit larger than this church. The average size of a church is around 25, 30 people. Most churches cannot afford having a pastor, and even if they could, there are not enough pastors in Hungary. One of the most important things we do throughout the year is visit churches and help equip the next generation of people in the church who can stand up and be the next generation of leaders, men and women leading youth ministry and just leading a church as a whole. Now, as a side note, as the Ukraine war started, I was contacted by some pastors and they were asking, Tom, how can we help? And I was not involved in any Ukrainian ministry at the point. So I told them, guys, I don't know. I don't even know how to start, where to start, but give me a week, let's pray, and we'll see. So while I was praying for about a week, they started a donation campaign, and about $44,000 from different churches, including Sussex County Bible Church, was put together and wired to Hungary. And we spent all that money to buy 54 pairs of shoes. I know it's a little bit out of the picture, it's a little bit odd, but there were a lot of refugees who didn't have adequate shoes in February and March. So we took the kids to the store and told them, you guys pick a pair of shoes and we're going to buy it for you. So we bought 54 pairs of shoes. About $8,000 in cash was given to families who needed immediate help because they left the country without any savings, without a fat bank account or any cash. So we gave them cash because it was an immediate need there. And we bought 4 tons of food. that we distributed in different refugee shelters. We use mostly our personal car. You can see here, yeah, this is my car with 700 kilograms. I don't know what that would be in pounds, but over close to 1,500 probably. 100 pounds of food. And have you ever done a grocery shopping where you, at the end, paid about $1,000? We did like, I don't know how many, I lost count. But my wife really enjoyed. She had no problem spending 2 hours at the grocery shop, filling up carts after carts, and I was paying at the end about $1,000 each time. So in a nutshell, this is our ministry. This is what we are doing together with you, with your help. And I just can't let you go without a proper challenge. Okay? Are you ready? We don't have baseball in Hungary, but we also don't have American football. We have soccer. I know nothing about American football. Chris and Julie and the kids are trying to teach me, but I'm a hard learner. I don't really get the concept. So, quick question to everybody. How many positions are there in American football? Like players, how many positions they can play? 10, 20, 11? Okay, everybody agree? 11 positions? I believe you. I don't know better. Okay, let's say 11 positions. And let's imagine the following situation. A very important game is about to start. Players are ready. They're waiting for... Do they start the game with the referee's whistle or something? Anyway, they're ready to start the game, okay? And the ball is still on the ground. And let's say that you have an opportunity to walk up to someone for a minute and ask any player, hey, what position are you playing? Do you think the player would be able to tell you exactly what position he's playing? Would you be surprised if the player said, you know what? I don't know. Like, I didn't even think about this. I'm just hanging out here. I don't even know why am I here. Can you imagine that? No. It would never happen. Not even a first grade level. I mean, even Lincoln would know exactly what position he's playing, right? Now, let me ask you, what position are you playing when it comes to global missions? When Jesus shares the Great Commission with the disciples, all authority on heaven and earth has been given to me. Go ye and make disciples of all nations. To whom he is telling this? Is he telling this to Pastor Dwayne? Is he telling this to Pastor Josh? Or is he telling this to future missionaries? Or is he telling this to all of us? I mean, you know the answer. So let me ask you again, what position are you playing? You better have a part in the global mission. It is the Great Commission, the Great Command. It is not the Great Wish, the Great Option, the Great Opportunity. No, it's a Great Command. In the global mission, there are only 3 positions. There's a mobilizer. That would be Pastor Dwayne, Pastor Josh. Today morning, I'm a mobilizer. I'm mobilizing you. I'm shaking you spiritually. There's a sender and a goer. And you need to be one of these 3. A mobilizer, a sender, and a goer. And if you are not in any of these 3 positions, you are not being part of the global mission. If I walk up to you now and ask you, what is your position that you are playing in global missions, would you be able to tell me? As quick as a football player? Please pray and think about this. But let me tell you about 2 ways to get involved, at least with us. You can get involved in many ways, but I'll give you 2 today. First, you can send a camper to our camp for $200. You can be a sender. There are many kids who come to the camp who just cannot afford paying for the camp. We do not reject any camper. Even if they can pay or cannot pay, doesn't matter. We don't reject them. But it costs us a lot of money. We rely on other people's help, senders. If you would like to send one kid to a week of Christian camp, you can do that by donating $200. The other ways to get involved is to help me and Xenia to stay on the mission field. We think of ourselves as these two guys hanging down, one guy hanging down from the cliff. You can be the one who is holding the rope, making it possible for us to go. And I'm challenging and asking you to please just pray and find your position in the ministry and ask God where He wants to see you in the ministry. And at the end of the service, we are very happy to, if you have any questions, just feel free to come up to us, and we're very happy to talk to you and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you guys again. Thank you for praying, and thank you for supporting. God bless you all.